What's up, everyone? It's your man, Lord Walid. I hope you guys are doing well and hope you're having a good day. As I promised you, sorry I was late, Dennis. Huge shout out to you, Dennis the Menace from TWRP's community. You requested the awesome on our truth, and today is your day, man. We're gonna be starting the awesome series. The first one's gonna be our truth, like you mentioned, and the next one, you're gonna love it. I'll give you a hint. It's someone that looks like a star and was recently done dirty by the nose. Him and his wife. They've been done dirt. They've been done dirty by Noseman. So you've already guessed it. The next one's gonna be Cross. And after him, as a hint, it will be Let me talk to ya. Yeah. Those two are gonna be the awesome ones. And that's for the next awesome series. The two contenders that are left are either Randy Orton or Rey Mysterio. Let me know in the comments below or on my Twitter feed who would you like me to do an awesome on. And without any further ado, let's get started. Today we're going to have 19 reasons why our truth is awesome. Reason number 1, reliable soldier. Because if you see throughout his career back in his WWE days, before Noseman fired him because according to Noseman, he looks better than my jobbers. He doesn't have the right look, so I gotta fire him. Yet I'm gonna keep Johnny Gargano even though he doesn't draw time. And I gotta keep Tabasco Sauce, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, even though they're absolute losers. Or like Mr. Trump would say, they're low energy losers. Send them to Alligator Alcatraz. Then again, you'll see him throughout most of his career. He's like a reliable one and was good enough to not be fired like some jobbers. And you never heard him complain or anything. He'll do his job very well, all the while, which will lead us to reason number 2. Consummate professional. Him, much like let's say Cena or many good ones who were Vince McMahon creations, I'll give you I'll tip my hats off to you, Mr. McMahon, because you, unlike your doofus son-in-law, actually created stars, while that big nose incompetent creates entitled marks, even though they suck at their jobs, yet they have this massive ego as if they're better than us, even though us fans would be better than those flunkies combined. Now we move on to reason number 3. Actually, a good theme song and a memorable one. When you'll hear it, you'll instantly think, "Wait a minute, that's our truth." It's like the Batista one, for example, or like a Val Venus with the "Hello, ladies." You'll instantly think, "I remember this guy," or like the "Dee, dee, doo, dee." Wait a minute, that's John Cena's, or like dun 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 dun, dun. That's Brock Lesnar, etc., etc. Now we get to reason number 4, a safe style. Throughout most of our truth's career, he, as far as I remember, rarely or never got injured. You'll correct me on that one if I made a mistake on that one. You'll correct me in the comments down below, and it will be much appreciated. Has wrestled a style that is safe without hurting himself or hurting the opponent. A prime example. You'll see marks like Seth Rollins being absolutely reckless. I broke Cena's nose. I separated Finn Balor's shoulders. I ended Sting's career back in the day. Yeah, being an absolute because you're a mark and you're an absolute jackass, and you couldn't even lift Kane and you got injured. These are the consequences of the indie style. Learn to be smart, wrestlers. But then again, who am I talking to? Those idiots won't listen because their egos are so massive, just like their papa, that big nosed jackass. Then again, which leads us to reason number 5, which backs up my argument. He's still in good shape, Isn't it sad when you see someone like an R-Truth, a Cena, even Edge to some extent, for example, Randy Orton, those guys who are in their 40s, early 50s, yet they look way better than the flunkies Noseman likes. Doesn't that indicate something? I'm talking about the marks. Isn't that indicate to you people something? Then again, you marks are so stupid. I'm talking to the marks, not to my peeps. My peeps are smart ones, and as well as the TWRP community, all you guys are smart ones and you understand the business. So I'll tip my hats off to you. I'm not talking bad about you. On the contrary, you know I love you, my peeps, as well as all the TWRP community. But the marks, no. They'll say like the old guys, blah 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 blah. Even though those old guys are way better than your trash than your trash cans will ever be. Now, reason number six, a very charismatic dude. Because you'll see the guy, you'll think, yeah, he's pretty cool. He's a type of guy that will you'll be able to hang out with and you'll be enjoying a good time. Now we move on to reason number seven. When he talks on the mic, the guy's pretty good actually. You'll see him being at ease and be able to entertain you. Unlike the flunkies that Triple H wants, the flunkies Triple H likes, and the way he wants to turn WWE into the I respect you, you respect me, we're gonna have a 20-minute match. Fuck out of here. The nonsensical promos. You'll have the prime example, Stardust himself, with his respect. Hear how he respects you, how he appreciates you, and how he loves you, and how he wants to suck your dick. It's the Stardust. Then again, now we move on to reason number eight. Can turn something shit into a good one. As John Cena illustrated before in an interview, I don't really remember how long ago, it was like 6 or 7 years ago. Cena said it best, it's up to the talent to take something that is no offense, that is a shitty, and you make it work. Prime examples were Elias, Baron Corbin, like let's say Alexa Bliss, a current one, even though with the puppet thing, as well as other gimmicks before, Alexa has done fairly well with those. Baron Corbin with the constable thing and the King Corbin, even though it will not be as good as the King Booker, but at the very least he had a change. Unlike the Marks, let's say who was the last one who won King of the Ring? Was it that turkey looking schmuck? Yeah, turkey looking schmuck. Yeah, you'll see him. He's I'm the best. I'm the ring in a hut. The man is secret. Ramble on incoherently and expose how much of an idiot that guy is, which will lead us now to reason number nine. Seems like a humble and modest person. Him, much like, for example, Cross, who's gonna get his awesome later on. Another example would be like a Cena or like a Lesnar and all. You'll get the impression from those guys that they're like cool persons and like people that are modest and honest type of persons. They're not marks, if you get what I'm trying to say. Even if, let's say, they were arrogant, I mean, let's say if, it would fit them because at least their talent level is commensurate to what they contribute. Unlike the jobbers, who I did a sucks on previously. Now we get to reason number 10. His teamwork with The Miz was actually good because then again, you have two talented people, Truth and Miz will also get an awesome later on. Those guys made their first teamwork before back, was it in 2011, the Awesome Truth thing? Yeah, it happened around that time. It came out pretty good, even later on. When they teamed up and all, you can tell that team has a natural chemistry to it. And that's what you wrestlers should aim to be: natural talent that can make something, how bad it is, make it good, and be able to embrace the character that you play. Don't be like, oh, I'm just playing a bad guy on TV. Don't pick on me. Don't pick on me at the airport or something. STWRP illustrated multiple times, and as well as I illustrated it once also. Then again, you know how stubborn those fools are. Sad to say. Unlike people like Cross and all, who seem like humble persons who will consider you like will consider you with respect and exchange with you in a cool way. Now we get to reason number 11. Was able to make Judgment Gay laugh. You know already how I feel about Judgment Gay when it got turned into Judgment Gay. Because at first, when you look at that stable with Edge, could have been something great. Knowing how good of a talent Edge is, which by the way, Edge you will also get an awesome on you, man. Because you were a pretty good heel from what I remember back then, and I really used to love your work. Now that I think about it, your work was awesome, man. Because him, when he started that thing with the Mountain of Omnipotence and the dark type character, you could tell that Edge had a good idea. But you already know, no, I gotta turn it into a gay faction. I gotta put my boy Finn Balor, Pretty Pink Princess. I gotta put gay Roman Reigns, Damian Priest, and I gotta shove the transsexual dyke Rhea in it and turn it into a Judgment Gay and a cuckold and a bunch of cooks who will get pegged by Rhea because Rhea's my fave. Thank you, you big nose idiot, for ruining one of the things that were created once again and that had potential to be great. Thank you for that, you big nose idiot. Now we get to reason number 13. Reason number 12, my bad, sorry. Reason number 12. Easy to work with. When you see someone like an R-Truth or like a Cross, for example, they are the type of dudes that are easy to work with. Not a bitch and a pain in the ass like a flimsy Phil. Like, let's say you were to think about a segment, how you'd make it work between the two of you, or like a match, whatever. Like you'll go over or he'll go over, whatever. You can have a kind of agreement, but no, with flimsy Phil, like, who do you think you are? I need to go over. I'm CM Punk. No, you're a jackass. You're not CM Punk. You're a jackass. You've always been a jackass. You will always be a jackass. Get it through your head, Meth Head. It's not ROH where Gabe Sapolsky kissed your ass. So those delusions of grandeur, you can take them, roll it up into a ball, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass. How about that? Then again. Now, reason number 13. He is a jack of all trades. What I mean by that is that whichever kind of role you can give him, you'll know that guy will make it work. Because even though before WWE he was on TNA and something along those lines, but him, much like a Cross, much like an LA Knight later on, those guys actually focused on developing a character that will be relatable. Like, let's say you think, they, them being the smart guys that they are, were like, how am I gonna be like a good wrestler without hurting myself as much as possible, having a decent to good style, and have a pretty good longevity. Those guys, that's how the smart ones would think. But no, you have marks like, let's say, Will Asprey on AEW, and also who? Kenny Olivier and all those other bums, and the other marks on the current roster talking, how am I gonna get Dave Meltzer and Mark Degenerates to like me and gave me 5-star matches, even though their standards are absolute shit. What I mean by that A prime example: the Kurt Angle Shawn Michaels match back at WrestleMania 21. An awesome one in every reasonable metric. Properly built, good psychology from both. They sold their moves fairly well, and both are awesome characters. No, that one, I don't know how many stars it got, but you see, like Gunther doing the most basic moves that you'll see on a WWF game or whatever. The Jobber created character from SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 or something along those lines. When you could create your own wrestler, the Jobber, the most jobberish wrestler, would be a better one than Gunther. Yet those marks like Meltzer and all will praise Gunther and Gargano and all, even though their moveset are absolutely shit. Then again, wouldn't surprise me because they're absolute idiots. Reason number 12, number 14, my bad. The way he's organic with the fans. Whether you could get him as like a heel or a baby face, he could play the crowd eats at the palm of his hand, which is a good sign. Much like, for example, you had Elias before. Could play them both, whether he's a face or a heel, just like that. Someone like a Roman, for example. So, when he was built properly, not the ruined version by Noseman. Who else? You can even say like an LA Knight, for example. Someone like a Cross. Who else? Someone like all the good ones in general. Those are the type of people that actually gets it. Now we'll move on to reason number 15. Made the 24/7 title entertaining, which backs up my previous argument, but in a different reason. We all know the 24/7 title was whatever, but Truth, being the talented person that he is, was able to make it entertaining and make you care about that title. Even though it was the funny parts, he gave them to you, and that's what should be rewarded, not failure after failure after failures, like the way Noseman likes, because you'll notice that Noseman always hated the entertaining ones, but he liked the boring ones. Now we get to reason number 16. The chemistry with Drake Maverick during the 24/7 title, those two awesome ones, they made their thing work. Even though it was as stupid as Drake Maverick wanting to consummate his marriage. Let's be honest, he already did. But it was a storyline. But those two made it work. Even with Renee Michelle, his wife. Good looking woman, by the way. He made it work. And now we get to reason number 17. Decent moveset. Which is which is correlate to the previous reason as a safe style. His moveset fits his character fairly well. He's a smart one and does moves that can be both athletic and all the while being effective. He does join the utility to the usefulness. Hats off to you, Mr. Kiddings. Now we'll get to reason number 18, which also backs up thing, a good in-ring psychology. He'll know how to sell and he'll know how to make the most out of the things. Unlike the bums like a Sami Zayn or Seth Rollins, when they're injured, they'll no sell the injury and pretend to be like Supermans. Then again, we'll move on from those jobbers. And we'll get to the best reason. Number 19. He's not a thin-skinned snowflake. Unlike those, he has like a thick skin, which is good, and most of those Vince creations had thick skin. I'll also give you a bonus reason. He's the type of guy that would make you care and that you would follow. He has that ability. Him, much like AJ Styles and all those good ones, they have that ability. Unlike the jobbers that nosemen want to shove down our throats. Another bonus reason I can say. What else? Even though his dancing skills are actually not that bad. because when he used to dance and all, and the way the taunts, how he does them, they're pretty good actually. And if I missed some reasons, just let me know in the comments down below, because I wanted to keep it to the number, the 19 reason ones. And with that being said, the next one's going to be on Carrying Cross or Killer Cross. And if you'd like me to do an awesome, as I've already told before, the next one after Cross will be LA Knight. And the final two contestants are either Randy Orton or Rey Mysterio. Let me know in the comments down below or in my Twitter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and share as much as possible. And with that being said, I wish you a good time, and I'll see you next time, peeps. Much love.